Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to discuss my farm and homestead, Made with Divine Love. And Made with Divine Love is the brainchild and love of my life. I have been dreaming about this property for the longest. So it's based on being able to live sustainably and organically using nature and my surroundings to benefit my farm, myself, my family, and my community. Now, I began to delve into holistic medicine when I was diagnosed with bone cancer. And during that time, I was given 6 months to live. The shock and awe and the tragedy I felt during that time can't be described. But I got to know Dr. Sebi, and I followed his teachings religiously and became an avid teacher and spokesperson for holistic medicine and living organically and sustainably. So on my farm and homestead, which is based in Oxford, Michigan, we will ultimately grow everything aquaponically. There will be traditional gardens as well, but the main source will be able to grow aquaponically so that you can grow food all year long. Now, this is important because in Michigan we get a lot of snow and rapid cold weather. So the main goal originally was to start with some land and a greenhouse, and which I've done. And now we've utilized aquaponics inside our home and inside our greenhouses. Aquaponics utilizes fish waste, which I use tilapia, bass, and shrimp. And I'm actually implementing snails into my system because they produce great organic waste. And the waste then fertilizes your plants, and it creates a self-sustaining ecosystem, which is perfect because you don't need chemicals, you don't need assisted maintenance for the growth and the vibrance of your vegetables and your produce, and you actually get extremely large and extreme quantities of produce. So during my trial stages, we tested with goldfish, and my first system was actually set up in a basement just with plastic tubs, and I can actually teach you how to do this. But I build aquaponics towers now that you can utilize in your kitchen, so you have fresh food all year long just by walking a few steps in your kitchen. It doesn't need maintenance. You can throw a couple goldfish in there and it's fine. Now, the harmony of our property is that we utilize the earth and the environment. So we operate with solar. We're beginning looking at wind harvesting and geothermal energies that will change our home and greenhouse function and structurality. As well, we do everything organic. So I compost everything. Nothing goes to waste. Everything is reusable. Any vegetables that are grown get de-seeded so that we can regrow new vegetables, and we sell the seeds on Etsy and the plants on Etsy so that you get full organic plants and specimens that haven't been manipulated by chemicals. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, well, everything's been manipulated by chemicals at some point because of Monsanto and the way Monsanto has genetically modified seeds to be resilient. And they actually do this so that your grocery food, fruits, and vegetables don't decay so quickly. Because if you take an organic, something that you grew in your own land, in your own mist, and you watch it, it will decay quickly because it's organic. It hasn't been filled with different pharmaceuticals and different chemicals that will stop the decay process. Now, if you imagine our bodies as human beings, how can we take in those products and expect our bodies to function properly? We're giving an organic specimen, which is our bodies, our cellular memory, something that's been genetically altered by chemicals and made so that it doesn't decay or decompose. Our body depends on the decomposition of that produce, of that fruit, so that we can absorb the nutrients. That's a whole nother discussion, but our farm operates using all organic methods. We have honeybees for honey, used for medical purposes. I've been diving into making beauty cosmetics, pet gear, all organic and locally harvested and sustained. So a main importance for this farm is, my future goal is to build a community center, to build multiple community centers where we utilize solar, wind, geothermal, greenhouses, aquaponics, traditional gardening, honeybees, so that we can teach our youth how to be self-sufficient and self-sustainable. And in the end, this will bring back generational independence and generational wealth, which we've lost because we depend on others for our necessities. Now, if we can regain control of the products that we need to survive, then we put the power back into our hands and back into our family's hands. And it is so important to learn how to grow your own food. What does the Bible say? It says that if you teach a man to fish, you feed him, or if you give a man a fish, you feed him for one meal. If you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That is the importance here, and that is the whole theme around Made with Divine Love. Everything is divinely created. You are, the earth is, the fish, the snails, the insects, everything has a purpose. Everything means something to another. In retrospect, a micro to the macro, macro to the micro. We have the ability to understand our own divinity and to be able to put that into the hands of our youth and understand the growth of it. Now, I came from humble beginnings where we lacked nutrition. We barely had enough food to feed our family, and that is very traumatizing, not knowing where you're going to have your next meal. And a lot of people suffer from that. So the reason why I developed these aquaponics towers is because I want everyone to be able to have the means to grow organic fruits and vegetables in their home without having to till soil, without needing a bunch of land. You can have a small system in your home and provide 40% of your produce for the month, which would save around $200-300 a month on your grocery bill just in greens and produce means. So right now we're struggling with understanding how the cost rise of everything keeps multiplying, keeps going up, and there's an inability to feed those that need food, and there's an inability to understand what's making others obese in the same sentence. So my goal and my true hope for Made with Divine Love is that we can build these community centers and bring in our youth, bring in troubled youth, bring in people that have been incarcerated in prison, teach them solar energy, solar mechanics, wind energy, geothermal mechanics, and how to install and operate these systems, as well as teach aquaponics, how to grow organically indoors all year long and vertically so that it quantifies your yield. It is so important to give our youth and others a second chance at beginning. Now, from somebody who knows firsthand the negative sides of incarceration, you come out and there are only very few jobs to pick from. So if there are community centers that hone these skills and give people the ability to practice these skills without needing the resources to build it on their own, it will be a tremendous game changer in job sourcing, changing productivity, because most people commit crime because they are in desperation to feed their family, desperation to pay their bills. While utilizing organic methods, we can then change that mentality. And that's really what is mainly important. And in Made Divine Love, we are fully organic and fully sustainable. That means we operate our bodies and our spiritual energy holistically, and we divinely ground ourselves and quantify our energy so that we can also then expend that out into the world and give that back to the world. Without balance and internal devotion and self-love, you cannot then give love to others. So it is very important to teach mindfulness, awareness, understanding, empathy, and compassion, and all the necessary means to plant a seed and watch it grow, and then to harvest your own fruits and vegetables is an amazing thing to witness, and an amazing thing to watch a child plant a seed, nurture that seed, and then harvest the fruits of their labor, and to taste the difference between their own love and devotion that's being poured into that than something that's just on a rapid picker or a rapid means of harvesting. Anything that we put love and dedication and honor into, we will then receive that back. And so I think it's very important to teach that everything needs patience. In our lives, we are taught that everything is quantifiable now, right now. Give it to me now. I want it now. And if that doesn't happen, then it's not worth waiting for. But the truth is, we are all seeds. Just as the seeds we plant, we are these seeds that are plunged into darkness, plunged into unknowing, and we all take different time lengths and different levels to crack open and reach for the light and reach for growth. And if we are not nourished and cared for, then we can wither away and decay. But with love and devotion, we can thrive and flourish. And so, being those seeds that are plunged into darkness, we automatically reach for light. Just know that you are loved and you are beautiful, and that with every ounce of gratitude and thanks that you give the world, you will receive that back. Your bounty is awaiting you. I hope that you will support me and my journey with Divine Love, and see that my heart and my intentions are pure for the company, and that I am on a real mission to change the way we look at the world and the way we interact with the world. I love you so much. I am so grateful for all of my supporters and followers. Please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all social media platforms. I'm really trying to get a footing here so that I can get the word out and we can begin finding investors for these community centers. This is so important for yourself and your future and your children's future. You are amazing. I love you so much, and I thank you for your time and watching this video. I hope you have a blessed day, a blessed week. Remember to ground yourself, meditate, align, and focus, and you can have and do anything that you want in the world. You're amazing. Many blessings.